Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do something just a little bit different than we usually do. Normally, we do small block Fords and just reviews of cars and such. Today, everybody that knows me knows I keep my cars clean. Even if they don't get driven, they get pretty much washed every single week, no matter what. I do a full detail on them monthly, no matter if they leave the garage or not. I'm just weird about my vehicles that just like to keep them nice. So I've been using a small electric pressure washer from Walmart just for like detailing needs for the last year or so, and it does fine. But it's cumbersome. You have to take it in, you have to take it out, you have to roll up the hose, you have to roll up the cord, and it's just kind of a pain in the ass. So today we're going to do something a little bit different, and we're going to review the Giraffe Tools Grand Falls wall mount pressure washer. Supposedly has a maximum PSI of 2200 PSI and a working pressure of 1700. I'm not putting a pressure gauge on here. I've watched 4, 5, 6 videos on it here in the last few days, and they're all getting somewhere between 15 and 1700 PSI when they're wide open, no matter what nozzle they use. So I've got a super good deal on this. I got a buddy that has a wholesale store, I guess. It was brand new in the box, but he bought a pallet load of these, and so I gave next to nothing for it. I have to say, so far I'm very impressed with it. We'll kind of do a quick review. I'll show you the different nozzles, and I'll show you the foam cannon that comes with it. So these are listed for roughly $329. Is the cheapest I found on Amazon. They have what makes them kind of neat is that they are wall mount, and you can take them off the wall and set them on the ground and use them around the house. But they have a 100-foot cord or hose, and it also has 4 different tips: 0, 15, 25, and 40 degree heads. I've seen some people say, well, at 2200 maximum and 1700 working, it's not going to be enough for like pressure cleaning your house. It may or may not. I've pressure cleaned the small amount of vinyl I have on my house a couple times with this little Walmart brand. It does take a little longer, but it does work. For what I do, which is majority of the time, cars, my daily drivers, jet skis, ATVs, motorcycles, stuff like that, this will be more than enough. I'm not concerned on the pressure. Mainly, I'm kind of just worried about overall reliability. And the reason I picked it up was the convenience. So let's take a quick look at it. I've already jacked the cars up. I can get underneath of them and pressure wash everything. So they're sitting up higher than normal, so they're sitting up in the air. They need to be cleaned good. So like I said, this is a Giraffe Tools. Very nice unit. I'm very surprised. It's kind of heavy. Like, I think it weighs 36 pounds. Wall mount. It's got these handles on the side, which are super handy because it is heavy. I wanted it up kind of high so that it was out of the way and wouldn't be walking into it, and when I was trying to move stuff in and out. So my next thing will be, I've got a plumber buddy that works out with me. I'm gonna have him come over and probably put me a spigot inside here, but for now I'll just run the garden hose in here when I do use it. It's not a big deal. But I'm going to have him put a spigot in here and then just run a dedicated hose to that. This is a self-locking and self-retracting hose. So the way this works, you pull it out. Let me get it set here. You pull it out and you lock it like that just by kind of letting it go. And then to put it back in, just give it a little tug and it rolls right back in. The reviews on this have been really pretty high. A lot of people have said that they have had no issues whatsoever with this, with the retracting hose, that they've had it for a while. I think from the best I can tell, it's been out a little over a year now. I'm gonna hook up my cord here and we'll hook this thing up and see what it does. Let me put this on the car. Excuse me for not having this pre-planned. Last minute deal. This does have a ground fault breaker on it, so that's good. Just being honest, there's a few things I've noticed with it having a 100-foot cord like it does. It does take quite a bit of time for it to get the water through the hose just when you're trying to prime it. So, you know, not a huge deal, but something to consider. Like I said, it's out of here. Okay. So, pull this out a little bit. It's not really hard to pull, but the line's hot. As you can see, it does have, I already had some water in the line, so not really a fair representation. But it took yesterday, I would say about 45 seconds to prime the line. I don't know if that's going to be something that I have to do every time, or if that's going to be something that once you prime it once and then you use it, that for the most part it's primed. There's a little bit of air in the line right now. But like I said, it's just one of the small things. So I'm going to set this up on my scooter and we'll give this thing a go. I'm going to put the, I guess the 45 degree head on it, just to be, or the 40 degree head, I'm sorry, just to be safe, so I don't blow paint off. I've only used it outside. I haven't used it as a car to it. Okay, make sure these are locked in place. When you do, always pull back on it, because if you don't and that pops out, I've had them hit my daily drivers and they have enough pressure, they'll make a dent. So make sure that's locked in, as you can see. And then it's kind of loud. I don't know if that's pretty normal for these or not. So now it's primed, it's ready to go. About a 4 or 5 second delay once you let off. As far as it actually shut down, it shuts down within about a second, but there's about a 4 or 5 second motor noise delay. All of them that I've saw on the reviews, they all have this delay. I don't think that's nothing to worry about. I think that's just how the engine, you know, the motor in these works. I'm not gonna make this a super long video because there's many other videos you can watch for complete breakdowns, but this is the foam can section. So you got a little knob on the top. You can increase or decrease the soap amount. I'm gonna turn it about halfway. We'll just see what we get here. I'm gonna hold the camera while I do it so y'all can kind of see. All right, I'm good. I would say that works fairly well. That's pretty thick, and that's about halfway. So yeah, it's gonna work. It's gonna do everything I need it to do. Like I said, it's for detailing or small cars, small garages, little household projects. For what I've got in it, I paid $100 for this. It's hard to beat. So you know, I'll keep y'all updated. If y'all have any questions, put them in the comments. Again, thanks. Appreciate y'all subscribing. Appreciate y'all stopping by. Again, if you have anything, any questions or anything, just leave them in the box below. Thanks, guys.